So I've already watched the first game of this team. I mean, I'll start with, um, with a summary, right, of what good teams do. When it comes to playing endgames in FNCS Showdown meta, when it's a W key fest, when a lot of people, when the game ends most of the time, like 11th zone, how do people play the games? I think in this meta, it's more important to stay ahead than ever. I think being back zone is just a death trap when there's no mobility, no nothing. I think people will eventually will adjust, but some people will just keep on wondering, why do I die in these end games? Why do I die? Why can't I find a refresh that I need? It's pretty simple. So we're gonna watch. Um, this game's also pretty dead. I'll see if they get height. We'll see how they get height. But I think the general themes of how to play good in endgame is just staying ahead. That's the starting point. You really don't want to be behind. So we're gonna see how stacked this is. Loading. Cool. So 21 people up, 7 teams. They're on height. Let's see what they did to get there. Were they here the entire time? Let's see what they did. So obviously understanding how to play height and winning these games too, that's also useful. I'm gonna see where his teammates are drone free. So they're in this surge base. It pulls far. So what they do a good job of is number one, this hill. It's very hard to get fought on this hill. Yeah, there's only really one way up, so it's hard to get fought on this hill really. They build pretty high, so they have a lot of sights. They make them like, let's just say if you surge base over here, you're kind of retarded. Like if you buy those RVs, you need a surge base on a good hill if that's your strat to beam kids. Like kind of if your strategy is to beam kids and mitigate the pushes that way. Like hey, if you push us, you'll get beamed 150. We'll waste all your mats. If you're trying to make a disincentive to push through surge bases, then you don't want to do it on a bad position really. Like these kids, I don't know what they're doing over here. Like, do they die? Like, who are these people? Who are those people? What are they doing? What are they doing? Okay, I guarantee you they don't get top 3 or 4 at all because like they just don't seem good. So they're gonna go right away since zone's right on them. No one's in front. They're just gonna go. They're gonna go to this. Ah, my controller died. Oh no. Looks like they're gonna build again on this hill. I would get pretty high here. I like the strategy here of like kind of spreading out. So basically, okay, someone might be asking, well, Madden, could someone technically flank them from over here? Should they just stay out on the surge base as long as possible and then move in here? Someone might be like, you're opening yourself up to a push right here. You're opening yourself to push from this way. So why not stay on the hill until the last minute? It's a compelling case, I think, but if you see what they're doing here, they know that, okay, if I get pushed from over here, I should be able to see it from a mile away. They should be able to see it. This way and this way is their blind spots, and then this way there is no blind spots. So they just gotta be careful. They gotta be careful of their blind spots. That's all they really gotta be careful of. So if I'm them, I'm looking through edits. I'm at these two ways right here. These two ways. South. I don't think they have an incentive to sneak up if there is a team there. If that's what I'm thinking, if I'm them, I'm looking east and west because those are the areas where it's not safe. If they're on this hill, they're gonna get zoned. We know. They do somehow get the reform off. I saw one of them downed. You don't. At the same time, you don't want to take damage from these people, but you don't want them to get in for free. Good job. Nice. Maybe I can get this kill here. Hit zone. So they're in a perfect position, right? They're in a very, very good position because, okay, if zone pulls east, they have a free rotate and they can go for height pretty much over there. If zone pulls south, they just have it from here. If it pulls west, no one's going to play height from west because they have the high ground on the hill, so they could just, play height from there. So the only way they don't get height is if it pulls north. That's the only way they don't get it. I think they go up a little more. This is not secure very well. They should have secured this earlier. This is fine though. Just gotta make sure they don't get chopped. The only way they fuck up here is they just cannot get chopped. They can't get flanked either. Obviously, if it pulls north, you probably have to give it up unless we send it right away. Are they really gonna push this? Oh, they force him. Nice, they get a free kill. Good play. Need these elims. They're gonna go down and get it. I'm not sure about giving this up. I would go back up on the high ground right now and maybe do the force push again if they wanted to. Good play though. I'm getting up from them. Come on team, get on height. There they are, they're on it. Good. Good kill right there. Getting free elim, that always feels good. They could try it again if they really want to. They're probably gonna get a lot of elims doing that. Kids are getting keyed below. Spray at that, slow that down a little bit. Good. Okay, so zone pulls northeast. They can get height. They can get height here. So I think you end this fight as fast as you can, and then you just go front. Trying to slow that guy down to protect his teammates. Nice. Well, half the zone's in the hill, so they can't get height. Excuse me. I didn't even see that. So, if elevation is important, but the thing is, right? What happens if zone pulls east over here? If I'm them, I'm not content with, okay, we sit here and wait for zone. Like, we tarp in a little bit, we wait for zone. I'm not content with that if I'm them. Um, I'm content with, okay, wait for zone to open. We could look back for some kills, some beams, and then we send it over here, right? So zone pulls anywhere like eastbound, away from that hill, away from that natural elevation. No one will be on it. And if they don't have lightsabers, we have it, and we could shoot them out if they try playing it from there. So if I'm a team, like if I'm any team with good mats, this is where you want to be, right here. Obviously, if you don't get zone, you could get lobby. That's like a risk you're taking, but I think it's worth it because if it pulls, here, east, northeast, southeast, that height team's gonna have a problem. They're gonna have a big problem. So let's see how they handle this. I wouldn't go for it now. Wait for zone to open and go east, guys. I'm gonna try taking it right now. Yep, they screwed down. Trying to get some elims. Use the force loop. They get punished a lot. They need to kill. This isn't a good position. They need to go. I would go east right now. If I'm them, I'll just send it. This is how I'm winning the game. I guess they kind of have first dibs though, since they've tarped the most in. It's gonna go east, and they're gonna take it. Just watch. Yep, go front. They gotta go. They gotta go. Fucking idiots, go! You're gonna get height. Go to front. They can't hold it from there. The hill's too high. Just get front, and crank 90s. Break that tree and crank 90s. 90. No. Chat. No. Please tell me they win this game on height because it's such an easy win. Like, you're gonna win it 10th zone. You have the force ability. Oh wait, there's a zipline right there. Oh no, they can't get that, but they're rotating so late. Just crank 90s your front. Just take it. You have it. You have it right side zone. Just go up, fuck sticks. Go up. Go up, you fuck sticks. You have it. About fucking time. Holy fuck. Yeah, so that's how they win this game. They have to stay front, though. Okay, how do you let... These people, man, I know they won the game, but... How do you let a team build up on the north side of zone? South has zone is the best place to play height. Oh, like, this is what I'm talking about. Zone's pulling in like this. Like, let's see where zone's gonna end up. It's gonna end up over here. On this big hill face. Bro. Bro. Just break that tree and crank 90s. Holy fuck. How they win this? These kids are brain rot, bro. Like, they really have it. Like, how do they not understand? You played the game so well. I'm just seeing this on the drone attached because it's disgusting. I'm not gonna watch the rest of that game because that disgusted me, bro. Like, ugh. Shit, that's fucking gross the way they won that game. How do you win that game? Like, literally, you just go front, you know Height's behind you because they're on that hill, you crank 90s, you watch your back, you spray that guy, you spray that guy and you just stay ahead. I don't know what there is to talk about in that situation. What reason there is to box up in that situation? What's the reason to do that? That left kid took height from low ground. I mean, he had a decent advantage because I think there was like a hill right by him, and and then it went up the bigger mountain. Like, the team I was watching, they had to go up. There's no small hills, so they had to go up the big mountain in one go. So technically, it was a little easier for the north side. But I was like, oh my god, just fucking take it. You fucking no hesitation next time. Freaking Downies. Holy fuck. How do people not understand this concept? Height's on the natural elevation. It pulls away from the natural elevation. They're gonna have a hard time going down. Just go front and crank 90s. You're literally built in more than any other team. Go front and crank 90s. That's really all it is. See how they get second this game. I swear if it's another bad height play, I'm gonna lose it. This team knows how to handle their mid games, though. It looks like they got 7 kills that end game. I think 2 or 3 of them because of the Force, Mace Windu's lightsaber. God, just crank fucking 90s, guys. Jeez Louise. Just crank fucking 90s. I demand you crank 90s next time. I demand you crank 90s. Rah, rah, rah. Alright, so this game's a little more alive. When I mean alive, it goes to like 10th or 11th zone. Yay! Maybe 11th. 20 minutes. Let's see how they play this. Please, guys, don't piss me off again. Don't do the stupid height stuff where it's like I'm playing it like an R word. Please don't do that. You're gonna get me very, very upset. You wouldn't want to see me when I'm angry. Yeah, I'm not the Hulk, but whatever. There they are. There's our good old team I'm watching. They got 38th place, 64 eliminations. Okay, so let's see how many players are in this game. Let's see. $32. They have good materials. They all got 3 kills. They're in zone. They got the dynamite thing. natural elevation right here. Besides the hill. I'm gonna go for Endgame's body. Probably waiting for it to open, then I'm gonna rotate Stormline. There's a good Stormline, but might as well try to get these kills with the highlight. Alright, now you just rotate Stormline. Chill, guys. Lila died. Chill. Might be anonymous mode. Let's rotate Stormline and get in, boys. Get in, get in. There you go. Yeah. Look at this speed. Okay, just go Stormline. Just use your mats. People, they gotta be fine with using their mats. Look at this beautiful rotate. Exactly what Madden said to do. Isn't this beautiful? This is beautiful. Trying to get force pulled. They should stay spread out. Yeah, if you're gonna lightsaber me, then I'm gonna be annoying, so they're good. Like that. Who does message me? I'll find out who. Yeah. Because no one knows how to play these endgames correctly. Okay, pull southwest. They're in a bit of a pickle right here. Might wait for zone to open, who knows. I guess we'll see if they realize Vixity went. See when they realize that. Probably we'll go slightly to the right here or stay Stormline. That's my prediction. But they stay Stormline. No, they do go slightly right. I'm always correct. Wait for zone to open. Good. Good. Okay, well in these endgames it's the most important to stay ahead of zone. You could stagger, get kills back tarp, you could spray up, you could look down and spray, depending on your layer. You could do whatever. You try chopping height, but just do not be backside in the game. So let's see if they do that. So they're building the zone. You can stagger right here and then just wait for it to open more. But they might want to get all the way ahead. Now let's just get all the way ahead. All the way ahead right now. Come on team. Opportunity. They gotta get ahead. And I'm not saying that just because of the end game and refresh opportunities. They're gonna get buried if they need to create space. Okay, so they're in a good position right now. Okay, let me show you the kids are gonna die. So, they're relatively safe in zone. Odinson's in trouble. Caesar's in trouble. Faith might be in trouble. All these kids are in trouble right now. So now, they can sit and stagger as long as they want. Spray kids, they can look. I'll look back on zone. Make sure it's very underrated. They should try looking back. Zone pulls to them. They can just sit here and try to get kills. And they might just get a help. It's really up to them. Looks like they will elect to stay ahead. That's good. Staying ahead. Like that. Get a good kill. You see what I mean? You stay ahead, you get kills back tarp on solos. It's not the biggest refresh, but it keeps you going. Keeps those wheels going for your game. So good. I think in this situation, it's all about looking for kills, looking back tarp, looking for spray opportunities, and then redirecting to stay ahead. So you look at this for a few seconds and you stay ahead. Yep. Two of them are always doing it. They can stagger right here. kill. So you look for kills, you stagger, you look for plays, and redirect and stay ahead. That's the biggest key. It looks like one of them is ahead to get another kill. This is beautiful. I don't know how Caesar survived for that long. I don't get how they get top two. Maybe they got force pushed up. Stay ahead there. I think they're gonna kill this. He's by himself. Nice. Stay ahead right now. He's gotta stay ahead on low. Just claim low. Easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There's nothing you can really do about that either. So that's a tragic death. That guy. Just got a tarp and hope they get top two. They do get top two. It's a well played game. Compared to fucking retards who just fucking stagger the entire time. Compared to that, that's night and day. So, why did I start recording? I'm done. Streaming. That's basically all these end games are. It's just staying ahead, looking for opportunities, back tarp, looking for opportunities to spray up, spray down, find a solo you can push. If you're just back zone, you're so limited on those opportunities, and then you become the victim of the team staying ahead. You're the victim in that point of time. You can do it from any layer, mid ground, low ground. Obviously, height you always want to be ahead, so you don't get fucked. But and then again, they honestly could have staggered longer in those games, knowing that there's not a lot of teams up. So hey, I can stagger, I can get a ton of kills, ton of opportunities, and then I could stay ahead. But I think what they do a good job of, and this would work in a higher elo lobby. One of them stays ahead, two of them look for kills. They try to look. Maybe they call the IGL if they need help. They quickly redirect and stay ahead when after a few seconds they redirect. Redirect. So good job from that team right there. It's a great. They had They had 2 kills going that end game. They fragged out on low. That's how you're supposed to do it. That's textbook low ground game. Textbook. I don't think it takes a genius to realize their play strategy. So I want to go to the 8th game because they almost qualled. Sorry, I'm not. No. I went to their side. That's fine. This might be a higher elo game. I just want to see why they didn't qual in their last 2 games. This game does die out. I think we'll go to the last game because this game looks kind of AIDS. So why did this team, who was playing so spectacularly, not qual? That's the question. Why did they get 9th in their last game compared? Because if they got a top 3, their effort transfers to a finals appearance. So why did they fail on that effort? That's the question. So honestly, they got like 5, 6 kills. They might have had it, bro. 9-0. I wonder if it was a surge game or if they played like pussies or if two of them were down. I don't know. This team was playing it perfectly the entire time, like perfectly. Right. I think the biggest key, going into endgame, you at least want some mats and some heals. So it's like you don't have to be as stacked as them. Like 50, 60 builds does the trick, but you don't want to be like 20 builds, no shields. Like it's like top four is the best you can do in that situation. But if you're at least somewhat stacked by endgame in these showdowns, and then you know you do what I say, maybe try to find a way to get height. You stay ahead, you look for kills, you redirect, you go front. And again, if there's like 5 players left, like ninth zone, not 5 players left, 5 teams, 6 teams, you get ahead during eighth zone, right? So you get ahead, and then you could stagger for a long time. You could look back to for kills, you could look for sprays, and then you can go late because there's not as much players, and you should still have a clear path to stay ahead. Like in an actual end game, you have to stay ahead a lot more, do the redirecting strategy. So very important to note. A lot of their kills, when it comes to like looking for kills, even when they have mats like that, it comes down to confidence. Like a lot of those people, they're killing their solos or like just duos, and the trios and the other guy somewhere else. So it does come down to confidence, right? And just you know getting into that rhythm. It's gonna be hard to have fun, and it's gonna be hard to have fun in showdown or in any game of the season if you get top fives with 2 kills or top sevens with 1 kill. That's no fun. I'd rather frag out on low and get like 10 kills, bro. That's more fun. That's the fun I'm looking for. This game does go a little more. I really hope they don't get forced pulled up because that's like a tragedy because this team played so well. I had a bit of a headache, so I got to blow into my ears. Change my ear pressure. Sometimes that helps. So where is the team? Chance it's down. Okay, so they lose one. Damn, it's kind of what I thought. So they're hiding here. Pull south. You don't want to go into the water. They should probably book it right now. Yep. Good. I'm not sure about this. I guess. Oh no. I feel like it's just gonna pull southeast and they're just gonna get fucked. Or it's gonna pull back up. So you're gonna die in the next few minutes. This is not. This looks like an obvious duo as well. Like, this is not a good position. Oh. Might get fought. Whether it's like the team above them, like blue, they might notice. Like, this looks like such a duo. Yeah. This is not a good position. This is just not a good position. Like, they're kind of losing it. I understand one of them's dead, but it's like, come on. This is such a bad position to be in. Alright, the question is, Warzone, did they sell this? Now the problem is, so you can't really swim or else, you know, the team east of you's gonna shoot. It's like, you know, so you can't do that. They're gonna try, they might get punished hard for this. This is not a good decision. Oh, it worked. Fine here. Make space. Gutsy rotate right there, actually. That's a gutsy one. They just risk it, and they're just like, fuck it. We're staying on the edge of the hill, so so if there's a team above us, they will have a hard time looking down. And we're just gonna hope they don't see us. Works. So how they die? Might pull up or something. If it pulls west, they're fine. It's 20 builds. Let's see how much the other one has. 40 builds. So they are in a pickle. Pulls up. I feel like in this situation, and this might cause their death, you don't have the mats to go up. You have to pray almost in this situation. Wait for zone to open. You get in on low ground and you just pray you get a pullback because they just do not have enough resources to get up. Yeah, they're gonna wait for it to open. Chance and edgy on the high ground. I'd wait a little more. Back to the rooms. There we go. Stay low ground. Watch your back. You have to build here. Build, bro. Whole box here. Oh. Yeah, they gotta get friend. They gotta like stay ahead. That wasn't a good decision. That's one way to throw a qual. They just got too greedy. Problem is when you build up that early, you don't have any more mats to box. They got pressured, and the guy just has no mats at all. Oh, they should have stayed down there. And then just not make a lot of noise and just follow someone's builds is all you can do in that situation. They're just so shambles. That's a tough way to go out. It's a very tough way to go out. Always something in their I guess that's it, guys. I guess that's it. That's it for the VOD. Oh god, Jesus Christ. I'm tired. Alright. Hopefully this was a fun watch for you guys. Hopefully. I'm gonna go now, fam. Bye, fam.